Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this session. We are going to talk about how a fashion company like Dolce Gabbana can elevate the luxury experience, and specifically about a project that we as Deloitte Digital, I'm going to introduce myself and my co-host for today in a moment, how we did this project during the last 15 months. I'm very excited, even if jet-lagged a little bit, like you, Marco, probably.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not, OK. So please forgive me if I miss something, but I will try to give you as much as I can my energy, and also I'll try to share my experience working with Marco and his team at Dolce Gabbana.
Nice suit, by the way. Please. Go ahead.
So thank you so much. So let me just introduce for a moment. My name is Gianluca Loparco. I'm partner of Deloitte Digital in Italy. I have spent the last 20 years working in, let's say, digital transformation and customer experience innovation. More recently, I started also working with a fashion, luxury, and retail company. And here today, I'm going to talk about what we did at Dolce Gabbana. And in particular, when we first met with Dolce Gabbana, we started talking about a number of topics, a number of challenges that we're facing at the moment, and which are still true for many other companies in the same sector. Now, first, how to unlock the power of consumer insight, enhancing in-store and virtual experiences. To improve the in-store and virtual experience, it's crucial to map the customer journey across all the possible touch points. But also, it is important to consider the type of the company itself. Dolce Gabbana is a company that positions itself like a style advisor, and they offer not only high-end luxury clothes, but also furniture, also beauties. And it's so important then to centralize all this information, collect all the different information coming across the different touch points to understand what are the pain and the opportunities at each moment of truth during the relationship with their customers. And also, once they have understood the different moment of truth, they want to use them to personalize the relationship with their customers. But personalization has to cope with privacy regulation. So at the same time, the company must provide and deliver a personalized message respecting all the different regulations across the different geographies where they operate. They also need to understand how to integrate into the business, into the practices, the sustainability topics. So integrating the sustainability into the business practice is not just a matter of ethics, but it's also a matter of business opportunities. So new business model that can be supported by the company. And last but not least, at the same time, the company was also looking, and is still looking to understand and surpass somehow the evolving customer expectations. And this is something that can be achieved, as probably many of you have already listened to the other sessions, through the usage of the artificial intelligence. So this was somehow the challenges, the type of the challenges that we were presented. Marco, am I missing any challenges that are relevant?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, so many. So just please hold on for a moment. You will tell us the other challenges.
I will.
So before entering the details or going to a lower level of details, just in a nutshell, I can sum up the Dolce Gabbana Innovation Program with these three areas. One of these is the customer engagement area. The second one is personalization and activation. And the last one is omnichannel experience. So this was the three topics of our innovation program at Dolce Gabbana. How many of you know Dolce Gabbana? All of you, right? Just for the very few of you who doesn't know, this is a very iconic brand. A quick video, and then we will.
Yes. Are we dreaming?
Join me in welcoming Marco Formento from Dolce Gabbana.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I mean, obviously, it's a big treat for me to be here today with you. I have a special love for the city, so it's really great. Well, as Gianluca, right? Yes, Gianluca was very cleverly illustrating us. A couple of years ago, I joined the company, and we started with the idea of generate a strong impact on how we did certain things. The most important one is is for sure how we talk with our consumers, with our clients, which is a kind of a huge classic. There is no big discovery here. It's, but still something that still need to be addressed. Because, and especially in the high creativity company, it's not always clear how we live and die on consumers, on clients. I mean, there is no other things important like that one. So what we did was found we were so lucky to find an amazing
Team?
Describe yourself.
Team of people very passionate about your companies.
Yeah, a strange guy named Gianluca who somehow worked. I mean, I don't know how to work it out, but it did. And it's been an amazing ride so far. And we never have been what we have done without him and without all the team. I would like to remember Maddalena, by the way, who is here, possibly. Yes, but I was really worried about the speech. And yes, it's going bad, I have to tell you. Still, we were so lucky to be able to complete a full replatforming of everything. I mean, from CRM to OMS to through all the other. Obviously, when talking Salesforce, all the other components, ESB, and so on and so forth. But what I really would love to tell you, apart discussing these amazing numbers that are completely fake, so you can enjoy them as much as you can. No, they are not fake. But still, I mean, it's quite obviously can be a bit boring to go through them. But the important thing is that if you take it as a whole, that we generally were so lucky to be able to raise up the entire, if you want, plateau of our KPIs, of our performances, in less than a year. And this has been an amazing performance. Obviously, I did nothing. I was just, thinking to my new book. But still, why is important? It's important because apart the fact that you live or die, which is kind of important, but there is another point. The point is that it's not just that companies are still often, not your company, not mine, but organized by silos. But there is another truth, I think, especially in the luxury space, and this truth is that we are targeting and selling to the famous 0.1 of the people, of the global population. something that will send us to hell, obviously, one day, but rightly. But apart from that, I also must say that under that apex, there is a huge chunk of very wealthy people that you simply can't manage face-to-face, right? The 0.1, yes, kind of. But 5, 4, 10 million people in the super wealthy space below that 0.1, nope, right? You should be 1 million in the company, 1 million people. So the amazing thing, the amazing opportunity we have here, and it's incredibly consonant on what we can do with this new generation of AI, is to keep a conversational tone with these people. We can deliver something that it's not so intimate like a face-to-face relationship, obviously depending on the faces, but I wouldn't address that. By generating what we called in the old days, Francesco Bottigliere and I, the user experience, the blah, blah, blah. But it's true. I mean, it's something about the findability, the ambient findability, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to say that below that magic 0.1, that everyone is trying to club at some point, right? I don't remember who told me, but when you visited the Disney park, you can both spend a couple of hours to enter your attraction for $100, or you can spend like 1,000, have instant access, how can I say, the star meeting you, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, that's a cover for the 0.1, right? Below that, there are a lot of people with the 100 in their hands that are ready to talk with us. And all we are developing, or we are projecting with Gianluca, with Salesforce today, to honor this incredible occasion, is exactly in this direction, is in trying to create a truly intimate experience for millions of people, not just for dozens of people around the world.
And Marco, probably, can I
contribute
with you?
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to wrap up for our audience here, now what we have done. So basically here we started integrating data from all the possible sources. So from the POS, from the client link application. So putting all the data together, and then at the very beginning of our transformation journey, we were able to value this data, in this case through the use of some Salesforce module like the Interaction Studio, and we were able to deliver personalized experiences to the customers. So the results that we were showing before, this one, were possible just because of this from the very beginning of the transformation journey. So we did not have to wait until the end of the program. And just to keep going on this point.
No, but please, it's a presentation, go ahead.
No, I'm going to ask you. So another important aspect of this project was the integration of the orchestration of the orders.
Yes.
Right?
Which is remind me something very Empire Strikes Back.
It was very, very challenging at the time.
Yes.
But luckily at the end, what can you tell you about, can you share with us about that?
So
about the order management orchestration, according to the different channels that you use to get the order, I can show you your results. So if you want to comment on them or...
Amazing, yes. Yes, what should I say? We should say that we have been so lucky to work with you guys, and at the end of the day, we put all together in an omni-channel experience, which is true, by the way, obviously, because we have we got a very dispersed environment in the beginning, and yes, it's true, as obviously there were six major sources of data, and not only those, also not so standard policies in managing them, and so on and so forth. So the user data collection has been one of the most important building blocks that we put down at the beginning, and was what allowed us to create a real customer data platform and be instrumental for generate an omnichannel deployment that could make the difference.
And the three pillars of this solution are basically summed up here. So user data collection, customer data platform, and omni-channel deployment. Behind these three pillars, there is a complex architecture which leverages different Salesforce modules. And I would like to ask a colleague of mine, Federico Besana, to join us to talk about the architecture. So what are the key elements of this architecture? What were the challenges? And maybe just to start allowing you to think about questions that you may have about the architecture, this omni-channel architecture that we have built together for Dolce Gabbana. Please, Federico.
Thank you, Gianluca, and hi, everyone. So it's first for me, it has been a pleasure to be part of this team that finally contribute to build this very simple view that bring behind an important complexity to manage a lot of data, the information around the customer. So it is basically what we call the omnichannel architecture of Dolce Gabbana. You can see clearly that Salesforce play an important role, is central into the architecture. It basically act as a kind of master data repository for all the information of the customer that can be collected and redistributed to all from and to all the different channels and the core system, from the physical channels like POS and to the online channel like e-commerce, and can support all the different processes to manage the data, to clear the data, and provide a very single source of truth for the company inside in to re-elaborate and understand the customer behavior and to match what Marco was saying, to understand how to create a real intimacy with the client, even if they are millions and not dozens, okay? Just to mention what Marco just said. And return, as I said, to the channels so that they can activate a real customer strategy in line with the purpose of the company. Of course, there is a lot of other system involved into the architecture. I'm speaking about the core system, the legacy system, that is so you have a very complex architecture, guys. So it's not has been a very easy job to integrate everything. And for this, MuleSoft as a central ESB has played a very important role. So it does not only act as an integrator for everything that is inside Salesforce, but it also operates as an integrator for everything that is outside. So it's a connection point and a pass-through for all the different systems of the Dolce Gabbana landscape. We have implemented kind of 100 microservices on the platform that can be combined and reused to provide a very flowing system of information across the different architectures. So it's a simple way to represent the complexity that we have managed and that now can support the next step of the project. So for that, Gianluca, back to you.
Thank you, Federico.
Thank you.
So, as I said, we started this journey with Dolce Gabbana, and we have built this architecture. And now we are thinking about the next step. So what's next, basically? As Deloitte, we run a number of research in the fashion luxury sectors. We interview hundreds of brands across the globe. and we try to collect and what are the possible trends, what are the area of investment, and also support some of these transformation initiatives that companies run to address the business opportunities that they have in front of them for the next 5 years. Some of these opportunities are represented on these slides. So basically, companies are looking at the new opportunities that may come from the second-hand market, some of them. It's a new, possibly a new business model, a new revenue stream for some of them. And this trend is also very, very much connected to the second one, because to get the maximum value from this new market, if you want, some of these companies are looking at new technologies. Maybe metaverse is a term that you know. Maybe Web3 is even a better term that you know. We are doing project using the Salesforce Web3 module to unlock new opportunities, to connect with customers behind the barriers of the company itself. At the same time, companies are transforming the supply chain, digitalizing the supply chain, and allowing a better traceability of the product across all the different product life cycle. And last but not least, investors, as well as brands, are looking for opportunities coming by the adoption of disrupting technologies, such as artificial intelligence. So this is not something new to you today. And regarding to this topic, Marco, I know that also giving your past, because you mentioned that you had a startup actually about in the artificial intelligence space almost
a long time ago.
Long time ago, 30 years, 20?
Okay, can you? No, because it's not interesting.
So maybe you can elaborate on this, and you can tell us a little bit about your opinion in which way the artificial intelligence can change and create more opportunities in your sector.
Yeah, no, yes, absolutely, thank you. Well, and it's very easy for me trying to give you a couple of let's say, no, thank you, ideas on this, since we are all here today, hosted by Salesforce, who is redesigned itself, I would dare to say, after the last meetings in the previous day around these technology and possibilities. So we are generally, when we say AI, you could say a lot of things. I don't want to bore you. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it narrow. We talk about transformers, large language model. ChatGPT is something that any one of us can simply refer to. So the amazing thing about this technology is that in a very short time became a reality. It costs basically zero, and has the power to transform everything we do, or a lot of things that we do, to be more precise. So the point is not what is going to happen. The point is, to me, is how much it is going to penetrate how many spheres of our life. For example, talking about a luxury, taking the perspective of a luxury company, I would say that one of the most problematic perspective, obviously, is the content creation, right? It is design creation. I mean, think to Midjourney, think to Dali, think to whatever, and you really trying to understand. I mean, it's true that the question, or probably the answer, I don't want to say the answer because it would be very preposterous, but it's not how many jobs it is going to slash, a lot, but who is going to win from the human side, and it's probably, the answer is probably person who can work with. I mean, person who can work with, not just the prompt engineers. how's we are called now, but people that can understand it. I mean, the web was the same, right? I remember exactly here in this city, Google wasn't even created, and the world was divided between believers, not believers, and blah, blah, blah. So it's probably the less interesting, at least to me, angle of the discussion about the possible impact. On a more, let's say, on a more light level, we can say that there are a lot of things that are easily impacted, like, for example, conversational agents. I mean, wouldn't be a dream to have someone who can reply in 60 languages almost perfectly 24/7 to our consumers? Why we should keep writing newsletters? Why you should keep, I don't know, commission statistic, sentimental analysis. I mean, honestly doesn't make any sense, apart, obviously, the habit to do so. But apart the habit, there is no reason already today. I mean, ChatGPT, I'm not talking just about ChatGPT, I'm using ChatGPT because it's very easy to focus on that. If you subscribe a professional plan, costs you like $20 per month. So that means that a lot of very precious, important tasks are for free, becomes for free, right? And so we can, by the way, focus our lives on more interesting tasks, evidently. So I think that this is what is going to, obviously nobody knows, but just, I have this great opportunity to have you here. So I think that in 3 years, this is going to become massive, and there will be a lot of struggling about these ideas. But in 3-5 year time, that will be completely mainstream, and we will attack the next gen. That probably will be. I know that I understand that this can sound a little bit, but will be not human talking with AI, but AI talking with AI, which is probably the most interesting thing. So, for example, my doctor, a very desperate person because I keep doing everything unhealthy since. So he cry, strolling around the streets and drinks. I mean, it's a disaster. So this doctor, 20 years ago, created an email to talk to me while I was traveling, by the way. So this is a fantastic thing, email. It exists like from the 70s, but nevertheless, email. Then tried a website to try to track me down. And then of your social media, right? And then DocGPT, right? So that was an amazing platform where our agents talk each other, trying to save the lives of the two, without any chance, obviously. But so I think that would be a very uncommon way to interact with each other. I mean, we are human, almost everyone, but a lot of us still is human. And what we do is to not use tools, but to generate context around tools, right? And that's the magic thing. That's where magic happens. Otherwise, it would be just like in the beginning of the movie 2001. We would be chimpanzee beating our whatever. And obviously that's a start, right? That's a start, but like software. But then we should we should go ahead. And our way to go ahead is rebuilding, reprojecting our lives. I think this will be a great companion.